Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, I have the perfect setup on my mic right now. I have like a sock filter and it feels so good. So if you saw the thumbnail of the video, that's what we're gonna get into. That little owl in the moon, man. Oh, love it, love it. That there's such a cool story behind that, which is more things I tell you about. Or more things I tell you about. Here I go. I'm going loopy. I gotta go turn off the AC because that clicking going on is like basically it's a gigantic AC, and there's like a door panel. If you guys ever had central air, I don't know if it looks like these units all over the place, but I gotta go stop it because I think I gotta like tighten the screws on it. Or well, maintenance is supposed to, but I'm the GOAT, so I'm gonna do it myself. Nah, but I'm gonna go tighten the screws on it and get the shaking to stop, or I'm just going to turn it off altogether right now because I can't wait to talk about this video. So anyways, thank you for stopping by today or tonight or midday, noon, whatever it is for you to take the time to listen to this video. We got a story for you today. All right, be right back. Okay, I fixed it a little bit. I think I nailed it. I'm not actually sure if I nailed it, but if I nailed it, that's pretty cool. I want to play back this audio and also see how it sounds with my little sock filter on it. So I'm going to be right back again. Okay, yeah, so what the audio? Oh, that's what I was doing, the audio. Sorry. I had a really weird dream, and I'm going to talk about that in a video. Man, it was about some praying mantis and a bunch of other stuff. Very interesting. But I actually started decoding on what that meant as I went to take a number 2 and listen to the audio. Anyways, we're back. So the what happened? Another really cool synchronicity in life, and just another reason why I say this whole thing is pretty cool. Like, just I don't know, just this whole hologram we created for ourselves. It's really sick. So over the past few nights, it's been wild. So I actually have a dream on my second channel. So check out my second channel, Fable Rel. Is it linked below? Let me see. Okay, it wasn't linked, but I linked it. But on my second channel, I talked about a dream that I recently had where I knew the place to move. So now what I want to explain is don't be an idiot like me. I have visions, besides the visions, right? And it's funny just because I'm really slow. When I ask for certain answers that I need to receive in my life, I receive them through my dreams most of the time. And this one time, I really was like, okay, I'm going to put my power to work because I'm tired of this situation I'm in now. Like, shit. You know how people say that God's sending his best challenges to his best warriors and shit like that? Well, there you go. If you want to understand the higher power thing, that is the best way I can explain it for you. I was getting thrashed, man. If y'all don't know about the story, it was the car crash, everything, jumping from state to state, not being able to even land in the city that I wanted to live in. But funny enough, like I already knew a long time ago that it was a sign I was supposed to come back to the place, and et cetera, just so much stuff, blah, blah, blah. And trust me, after those moments, even more stuff started to happen. But eventually it all took a turn for the better. But before it did that, and that's how it is. That's why I always say you got to keep your head up and really understand that you ignore your 3D, ignore what's happening to you in reality because life's happening for you, not to you. And seriously, you will create what comes from your mind, bro. It's expressed outwardly, and it's just I'm going to show you these examples of how this shit is reflected so much every time with this video. But anyways, when I was back home, I have a video on my other channel talking about how I literally had a dream about where I was supposed to move to next. I didn't do it. So I got caught up listening to one of my roommates at the time of where we should go next, but we stressed it so many times. My brother in arms that I'm gonna make a video about, Ron, he told me don't feel bad about like how we ended up here. Though we love where we are right now, but we were under so much kind of stress, and even my mom played a factor where she was like, no, you know what, just go because it's where you wanted to end up before. I didn't want to end up coming to this state anymore because I felt like it had been killed. I felt like the dream had been killed. And if I go there, it's going to, it's not going to be as good as I wanted it to. Now, it's been an amazing journey so far, But the thing is I already started programming my mind to not want to be here. So now, now I'm here and blah, blah, blah. But this dream showed the actual place I wanted to go. So as of a couple nights ago, there's been the conversation, should we move again? We have the, not abundance like that, but we have the ability to shift around because, we play our cards very right, like very, very right. We do. And, we were talking about where to go. But this time, my bro Ron and I are finally being smart motherfuckers and deciding to move together. And with no one else, just be with each other. Because it's the mistake we've made so many times now. But what's so funny about this is the past nights I've been watching the place to go. I've never met a native from this place too. Like, I've never met someone who's actually from this city. And what's so insane, or like just from this place in general, and the way it's described in my dreams, and I think I talked about it. It resembles like Washington State. The scenery is very beautiful and blah blah blah. So see if you want to guess it down below in the comments. But it's very beautiful. It's awesome. It's just it's a paradise. It's literally like, to me, it's a paradise because it's like everything that I look for. And I've been researching so much into this place, less the place I live now, that I was like, damn, we literally should have just went there. But literally, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. No, I think it was yesterday. Yesterday, we end up going to a very large crystal shop out here. And it's like more like, I just want to say crystal shop because people will understand what that is. I'm looking for an occult shop, but we were looking for a crystal shop. We found this huge, gigantic one. Now, when I entered the store, I wasn't feeling anything. I literally said, nah, none of this stuff is really cool. I pulled out my Moldavite necklace to like just see if the thing that the guy taught me from the shop I went to in Florida rang true with other Moldavite and how to tell if it's real or not. So I just wanted to see. Yeah, I don't know if I should elaborate on that. But I just wasn't feeling any of the stuff. I usually can feel a connection. Maybe I was just off that day. But I really just, I get a sense. Because, sometimes I feel like those stores are just be faking their stuff. I really want, and it's not really, I can't really even say that because at the same time, at the end of the day, it's your energy and your power that makes those crystals and shit work. But I wanted to feel the pulling to something, and I couldn't, right? And one of the funny things I say, which is with the thumbnail, is that, if there were more owls and moon-like things in this store, like I said, you're going to have to show me something interesting in the store. Like, it's got to be like an owl and a moon. I haven't seen any owls, and I don't know if it's because I'm not looking hard enough. And I don't see any like, there was something else I was looking for, which I'm going to tell you, this shit is really cool how this happens because this always happens for me, but it's just another example of it'll pop up as you let it go. So when I said that, I let it go. I'm still looking around casually. I'm not trying to force anything to happen. And then we start talking. We walk around. This shop is actually very beautifully put together. Like, there are huge freaking geodes of certain quartz and amethyst is sick. And then we get to this lady, and this lady, she has her own setup, her own vendor. And I don't know if I could shout out her Instagram or anything like that, but man, we start having a conversation with her, and I tell her where I ended up wanting to move from. And I forgot why we started talking about this, but we're really talking to her. She makes these really cool like glitter tea blends and everything. And this was really funny is literally like, I think like 2 minutes into the conversation, she brings up that she is a native from the place I want to go to. And I was, the synchronicity is nuts because I literally was watching videos yesterday saying I would like to meet someone from there so I could get their views, and like not have to just get them through videos because I want like an in-person confirmation. And boom, it comes the literal next fucking night. I meet a native who's been there like damn near a big portion of her life. I won't say the whole life, but a big portion. She thought she would never leave where she was from. And she just goes, yeah, that's just how the universe works. And I laugh. We both laugh because she's full on, witchy. I absolutely love it. She is in the work. You could feel it. And the crazy part too is like, you really, one thing that I always look for, and why I just say I be testing people, and sometimes people just be freaking getting so offended and taking things personal, is you can really tell a difference from someone who really does their work and who doesn't. But it really like felt like we were supposed to be talking to each other, and then you really know how after this. So I'm gonna explain some cool stuff that happened with my roommate and the woman after. But you know, the woman's really cool. You know, starts telling us about her adventures, Maryland, stuff like that. And, you know, I start telling mine. And then we're talking about, like, you know, her product was like the shorthand of it. But, you know, another thing, too, was, you know, sometimes, you know, sales techniques. I've been around sales, so I understand it. And, you know, at first I'm just like, oh, you know, I hate getting really cool with people. But I forgot that, you know, this is South. That's why it's like, the sales tactics are a little bit different, and some people genuinely want to talk, and that's the energy I like. And so I started to let that go, and I'm like, you know what, nah, this is being a genuine person, because sometimes when people sell stuff to you, they talk about stories and stuff, and just feel more comfortable with you to get you to buy something, you know, sometimes, but not all cases. And I wasn't even going into that thinking this, but I started to think about it after, because I was like, damn. But then it was so cool, because after the conversation kept going, and she talking about how she was chill with this one spirit in her house and all this, I'm like, oh, bro, this person's so fucking cool. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, I felt really good, because I usually have really good discernment when it comes to people that are faking the funk, and like I just can't help but sometimes point that shit out sometimes, and whatever happens next. But you know, anyways, what's really cool is so after that whole conversation, and we were talking for a minute, it was awesome, really good conversation. She gives my roommate her information, and then after they get to talking, and she just, you know, starts telling, I'm recalling the details from memory, so this part I don't really know because it's not my conversation, but I seen it, but basically like that, you know, how long are we looking to move? And in person, she was like, you know, let me know when you guys end up moving to the place you want to go. Now, again, like I said, I'm being like smarter about this choice when I move, and everything is going to be from my power, because from the beginning of this journey, and maybe I was being taught that along the road, that I was supposed to, you know, use my abundance and live by myself. But that this time I want to live in this place that I truly want to go by myself, so I don't have to worry about anyone, because I'm someone who really cares about my peers, and just, you know, watching over them, kind of like it's just been a lot. And anyway, it's just like you have less of the stress not having to worry about anyone. But that's a story for another video, and that'll probably be on the second channel. But she tells us, you know, let me know when you're going to move there. I probably won't have contact to her. My roommate will, but I'm going to go to the next place, either together with my brother Ron, of course, or alone. But I knew I got confirmation to go there. And then she was telling her everything, like, yo, like, I know the, you know, either find a real estate agent, which I already worked with one out there already before we were supposed, because originally I was going to go there. But she also said, like, oh, I know my old landlord still have the number. Like, I could put in a word for y'all depending on when you're trying to move. And just it's just great. It was just really freaking great. And that's what I mean. Is like, you know, things really line up when you let go or when you ask. And then the icing on the cake of all of this freaking cool story is that a lady, so we were gonna go talk to her, and we wanted to buy some tea off of her, because she has some really cool blends that glitter and shit, and just, you know, just support her. We step back. Oh, so the sales worked. No, I'm just joking. But we step back, and as we're waiting, a lady comes behind us with her husband and goes, oh, and I don't know how I missed this. She goes, oh, I really love this piece. And what do you think she goes, guys? It's an owl inside a moon. And we turn to our right and look at each other and start laughing, bruh. Because, yo, it's really like the shit will reveal itself when it's time, because that shit was nowhere to be found. So insane, but so freaking cool. I love when shit like that happens. And that is a story, y'all. And I hope you enjoyed. And I'm out of here. Peace. But yeah, so crazy. All right, let go, let the universe, man, and you are the universe. So basically, let go and let yourself. You're deserving of things to go fucking super cool. All right, I'm out. Peace.